Another example of amazingly designed defense is found in the bombardier beetle. Dr. Dwayne Gish, biochemist with the Institute for Creation Research.
The bombardier beetle, when he's approached by an enemy or predator or something like that, when he gets just in the right position, now the bombardier beetle will swing his tail end around the right direction to get right on target, and pow, you can hear an audible pop. And now the tail end of that bombardier beetle is expelled as hot aqueous vapors, heated to 212 degrees Fahrenheit, hot as boiling water, and contains a very irritating chemical.
How does this creature do this?
The bombardier beetle stores a mixture of concentrated hydrogen peroxide, about 25%, about 10% hydroquinone. Those are concentrated solutions in the storage chamber. Now, if you and I go in the lab and we mix up a mixture like that, pretty soon we got a dirty-looking mess, because the hydrogen peroxide will slowly oxidize the hydroquinone. It does not happen in the bombardier beetle. He has something there to inhibit this process, and the solution remains crystal clear, just as clear as water.
When needed, though, these chemicals do combine.
When he gets ready to fire off his cannon, he squirts that solution into the combustion tubes, and almost instantaneously the chemical reaction takes place. Excess oxygen is produced by the liberation of oxygen, creates a pressure. The oxygen oxidizes the hydroquinone to quinone, and pow, it goes out of this hot aqueous vapor.
The beetle has been equipped with special enzymes that control this reaction.
Well, the bombardier beetle in these combustion tubes has two enzymes. Now, enzymes are these marvelous proteins that catalyze chemical reaction, make chemical reaction go very, very rapidly, which ordinarily goes slowly. One is catalase. The other enzyme is peroxidase. So the chemical reaction takes place almost instantaneously, generating all this pressure and all this heat.
This little beetle, with its amazing ability for defense, is just one of the large roadblocks for evolution.
You have to have the storage chamber, you got to have the two chemicals, you got to have the necessary valves, you got to have the combustion tubes, you got to have the two enzymes, you got to have the muscles, you got to have that intricate communications system, the network of nerves to activate the valves, secrete the enzyme, to activate the muscles, and all that has to be there right at the start. Nothing works until everything works.
We can even compare the complexity of this beetle to the space program.
Now, we put a spacecraft on Mars. There's one reason we succeeded, because nothing was left to chance. Thousands of scientists of all kinds worked for years to develop that spacecraft. Now, the bombardier beetle is even more complex than that spacecraft. What about the bombardier beetle? Well, the evolution says everything was left to chance. No, you never get from an ordinary beetle to a bombardier beetle to a bunch of chance, random, accidental mutations. You can't develop gradually, you see. It all has to be there. The little old bombardier beetle gives testimony to the fact that God is the creator, the master engineer that created this creature and gave him that unique defensive mechanism.